Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we do have some replays for you today, some Hall of Fame, but we're going to call it Hall of Lame. Yes, Hall of Lame, because we got a Hall of Fame in some lame tanks. Yes, some big damage in some tanks that you wouldn't expect some big damage from. And the first up is the KV-1S. Now, this is a Russian tier 6 tank. It has been buffed. The reload has been dropped. It's been buffed. The DPM's gone up. But this tank, I mean, it's a 16.5 second reload. 16.5 seconds. That's a long ass reload. Like, that is mega long. With the aim time as well, you can see there it takes forever to aim in, and when you do get your shot, you're then reloading forever. So to get big damage in a tank like the KV-1S is very, very difficult. Now look at this. At least he is literally fully aiming in to make the shot count, because the worst thing you want to do is aim in for that long, reload for that long, and then miss your shot. So yeah, tanks like this, you have to fully aim in, take your time, be patient with it, and then you will get some damage at least. But the damage we're about to see, I mean, it's very unfortunate for a tier 6 tank, especially a KV-1S, to do as much damage as he's going to do and still don't come off victorious. So far, one tank down a piece. And who are we watching here? We're watching Reach, I think it's Reach or something like that, Reach Marshall. Yeah, I mean, the KV-1S, back in the day, it was a good tank. It was a popular tank because everyone grinded the KV-1 and they wanted to grind the IS line. But the KV-1S, I mean, I don't think it's great. I don't think the tank's great. It sucks in just about everything. The DPM, the reload, everything sucks. And even the armor profile on this sucks. You can penetrate almost anything on this tank. The front plate, the bottom plate, sorry, the upper plate, the turret, the sides. Like, it is a very weak tank in regards to armor, when it should actually, in my opinion, be a little bit stronger. The KV-1S is stronger. Sorry, the KV-1 is strong. But in tier 6, when you're coming up against tier 7 tanks, the armor is just non-existent in this tank. So far, 2.5k damage done. It is a 4 versus 4. Of course, there's the AMX. Need to clear the AMX, and he does just that. So 3 kills, and they've got it down now to a 4 versus 3. Of course, when you're up against the tank, I mean, try not be on your own, because if you're on your own, especially against a medium tank, you're going to get bullied. You really are going to get bullied. Now, this T-34-85 has been bullying, and he's got some bounces. But the M6 is there for the rescue. So far, 3.1k damage, and it is now a 3 versus 2. But look at the hit points of his team. The Agent, 8 hit points. The M6, 40 hit points, and he's on 556 hit points. And they're now coming up against a Nashorn. Fair enough, if you shoot HE at a Nashorn, he's gone. He's literally gone. And the T-25-2 is I mean, it's got good DPM. So at this point, he could have actually used HE into that National. He would have been a one-shot for sure, maybe even a one-shot for the Agent. As you can see, then the Agent would have been able to kill him. But still, 3.6k damage. There goes the M6. Now, he has come out sideways. He came out sideways against a National, which is very, very bad, because now he is a one-shot. Now, there's 2 one-shots against a pretty healthy T-25-2. Well, I say healthy. There's one shot. If the KV-1S can shoot him, he will be a one-shot, even to the Agent. But 3.9k damage and 4 kills in a tier 6 KV-1S is still a very, very good job. Very good job. But the Agent has to stay alive here. What is the Agent doing? The Agent should have been out of there. He should have got out of there and run away. But nope, he is still there, and he's now dead. So the T-25-2 is now a one-shot. So it's a one-shot versus a one-shot. Who is going to come out victorious? Who knows? Now, it's still 4 seconds left on the reload. The KV-1S, we want the win. With 4 kills, 4.3k damage, he is going to want the win. But as I've said, with the armor profile on this tank, you cannot bounce many shots. But nevertheless, there's still a fantastic game in a KV-1S, and currently that is a Hall of Fame game. So obviously that's not like a massive amount of damage, but it's still worthy of an ace. and it is still worthy of a Hall of Fame entry. So next up, we're going to have another Hall of Fame, another Hall of Lame, and it is driven by Urban Raider, and it is the Panther 8.8. Now, you very rarely see this tank anymore. It is a meh tank, to be honest. Like a Panther 2, it is kind of meh. And to be honest, it is kind of rare now. Wargaming very rarely sell this tank. When they do, it's usually only for about 5k gold, but no one buys it because it's just boring. It's just boring. If you're going to play a tank, just a tank like this, you might as well just go and play the Panther 2. But you still can perform in this tank. Of course, it's got good DPM, but you can still perform in the tank. But overall, I think the tank is still a meh tank. It's a lame tank that people don't play because it's a boring, and it's a boring tank, and it's not that fun, to be honest. It's not that fun, and it is a struggle to do damage. So coming up against the Churi here, now you can surprisingly bounce some shots in this tank, but you can also do that in the Panther and the Panther 2, the Panther 1 in tier 7, of course, and the Panther 2. This is the same. Like, it has got troll armor, but you can't really rely on that armor, and of course, if you give him your side, you're going to get penetrated all day long. So 1.2k damage, 1 kill now, and it is a 7 versus 5. 7 versus 5, so it's not looking too bad for the green team. On top of that, they do have base C, and they have now caught base A, and I think they was... Now you can see drive to base B. So are they going to catch base B? Are they going to play it as a supremacy game, or are they happy with the 2 caps and leave it as that? So the Panther 8.8 is now going to get behind. Of course, again, as I've said, you've got to be careful of your armor, because you don't have great armor, but you can still get bounces. You can still get troll bounces. Your turret, again, you can get bounces on your turret, and he's now farming this. He's now farming the red team. The red team are just all over the place, and he is able to get some free damage. But the red team have managed to bring it back. It is now a 5. Nope, it's now a 4 versus 5. There goes the T32, and all of a sudden, it is the red team's game to lose. Here comes the T44, and again, a nice bounce. So he still managed to bounce 760 damage, which is perfect, because if he wouldn't have bounced this damage, he would have been a one-shot by now, and with 2 tanks pushing you, yeah, it's pretty much game over. So he does clear the Chi-2 SPG there. He has to be very careful not to get shot from the T44. You can see him trying to go hold down here. He's trying to use this well, it's kind of like a ridge, not a ridge, but you know, the gun depression, and the hill in front of him is stopping the T44 from getting any shots. So far, 2.9 or 3k damage. He does get shot from the T44 there. Was it worth it? Probably not, because he is now a one-shot, and it is a 3 versus 3. So still a long way to go. There's the full hit point T32, now a 3 versus 3. There goes the Tiger, and they have to take out this guy. The T44, fuck you bots. I mean, you're the one that died from a bot. I love it when people die, and then they start calling the enemy team bots. I mean, yeah, you're the one that died. Again, another lucky bounce there from the Emil. So that's 1000 block damage, which is pretty goddamn good for this tank. As I said, it has got troll armor, and you can get block shots. You can get bounces in this tank. But here comes the T32. He has to get out of there, and there's not really too many places he can go. He really needs to kill this Emil. Luckily, the Lurver's not looking, and he does get out of there before the T32 can come around the corner. And now the Lurver is going to look, but if he's going to go hold down, he will get some bounces, or he can get some bounces in this tank. Not sure what the Lurver's doing. Completely missed his shot. 4 kills so far for our guy. Panther is a bot. Yeah, a bot with 4 kills and 4.2k damage. 4.2k damage already is enough for this tank. It really is. There's still a little bit to go. The T32 is still full hit points. They are winning on supremacy points, and of course the Lurver is a one-shot, so he's just going to wait for the Lurver. Is the Lurver going to come around sideways? Of course he is, and he pays the price. So that is now 5 kills for our guy Urban, and 4.4k damage with just 1 tank left alive, who is capping, which is perfect. the T32 capping, which is perfect because he's actually stopping the cap points going down a little bit quicker, which means they can farm a bit more damage into this guy. 4.8k damage. There is the miss from the T32, and with the DPM of the Panther 8.8, he is able to get a couple more shots into him, and he's sixth and final kill. 1000 block damage in a medium tank, a meh medium tank, and he ends with just over 5,100 damage. 5,166 damage, and nice block there. He even gets a steel wall in this tank, but overall both tanks are still meh. You can still perform well in them, of course, anyone can, but both of these tanks are still meh, and both of these battles have now made it into the Hall of Fame. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With